today. From U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. Vikings taking on Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Minnesota Vikings. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. Had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying.
Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Seattle's first go on offense forthcoming, and under center, of course, Russell Wilson.
Gave the commencement address at the University of Wisconsin a couple of years ago. One of the most popular players ever to pull on the uniform there. The beginning of his career, he was a so-called game manager. Take care of the football and rely on the defense. Now, in this stage of his career, the offense runs through him, and it runs very well.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9. Wilson looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, Wilson. Flush to his right. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. So here come the Vikings as they get set for their first drive. Leading them out is their 6'2 quarterback who was a 4th-round pick back in 2012, Kirk Cousins.
Leadership skills apparent early in his life, carried over not just in high school but in college where he was a 3-time captain of the Michigan State Spartans and learned the art of the comeback early in his career there. And actually capped off his career with a big comeback in a bowl game before going off to the NFL.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the 35-yard line.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
It was taken down by Bobby Wagner. It's a gain of 2.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
first carry now for Alexander Madison. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Just shy of midfield. A 6-yard pickup brings up
from just shy of midfield. Cousins. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. That'll be complete to Cook. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. How about this for an opening drive decision? You got 4th and short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do you do?
I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that I believe in them. And you know something else? I let my defense know I believe in them also by taking that gamble. If we don't get it, it's okay. You guys will cover for me.
So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. On 1st down, it's Carson. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end.
Wilson's
the reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
On 3rd down, Carson. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
He was brought down.
Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Rashad Penny.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Wilson's throw caught by Metcalf. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 1st down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Seattle.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Now it's Carson. Room to run inside the 40. And down to the 28-yard line.
The handoff.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Short throw to Disley. A gain of 6 there on first. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22. From the gun, Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And the Seahawks first down.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Tyler Kroft, the tight end, the one he was looking for. But it's going to be 2nd down. This is Carson. A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
A gain of 6 yards. And
from the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead.
Score Seahawks 3, Vikings nothing.
So that drive began at their own 3. They wind up getting 3 out of it.
And to me, the mentality to begin the drive, that was probably the key to everything. Let's just make sure we take care of the football, give ourselves some room, and maybe punt it away. Instead, it started at the 3, and it ended with 3 points.
Their own 23-yard line.
The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 29, Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 40.
On play action, Cousins. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen, 59 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch, take it to the house. Barely got the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Seahawks 3.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Now Wilson on first down. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. They'll find Metcalf. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. The Seahawks on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
That's one of the dangers of the quick game. If you only have a 2- or 3-step drop, if you don't get the ball to someone open right away, those defenders are right near the line of scrimmage and then get on top of you in a heartbeat.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Second and 15. To throw, Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
So that would a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
That'll be a gain of 16, and that's going to lead to a third down.
It's now 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
3-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
Cook, the ball.
Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
Down at the 45-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up second.
On 2nd and 9. Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
Cousins from the gun on third. As he throws there, incomplete.
Intended for Dalvin Cook. Incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he's on to punt for Minnesota. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Out comes Chris Carson in the Seattle offense. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people to put more points on the board. He's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side, but for lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And the Seahawks on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is third down and 12. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Of 4 yards. Another.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And taken at the 46. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Vikings will be set up well as they take over in great field position, 1st and 10. Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
You can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
That one 28 yards on the ground. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
A first down throw for Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. They'll run it with Madison. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll run with Cook at a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Tackle man.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run with Madison. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Two straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about being 4-down territory.
Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The score, Vikings 10, Seahawks 3.
A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
On the returns, the Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Chris Carson trotting back out there. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
A gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On second down, it's Carson, and he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And Jeffrey's got it. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. And that's going to be incomplete.
Wilson's pass.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. There he goes, right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Now Abdullah, the return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
Back to the air, Wilson after the pick 6. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
22-yard line.
Throwing again. Wilson. A heavy rush, and down he goes. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes Kirk Cousins now to lead his offense back out there. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and this will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Intercepted by the Seahawks.
So the first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely, and from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. You would have to think they're going to make it more of a priority to get him the football. You're losing here in the second quarter, and he's been really quiet.
I think all we have to do, and it's too bad we can't actually see the actual play sheet now from the coordinator, because he's looking down at that and saying, okay, do I put him in different spots? Do I try and isolate him? What routes do I run? You're exactly right. They've got to get the ball in his hands and get their offense kick-started.
He does have the 2 catches, but pretty quiet so far. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. That one complete to Stephon Sullivan. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Wilson now, operating from the gun. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Stephon Sullivan there to make the grab. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown.
Michael Dixon to kick off.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And his throw here's incomplete. DeMarcus Robinson, the intended target on that one. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
There defensively.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Cousins. And he's got some space here. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Pass interference. Defense.
So call off the pick 6.
Everything looked right. It looked like it was in their favor. Returned it for a touchdown, as you just described. But instead, the penalty for interference nullifies everything.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And that is is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Tried to go back again to Adam Thielen, and that takes us from second to third down.
14.
And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, first and 10.
At their own 19-yard line.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the...
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. Now left side on the swing pass. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Here's Madison running on first down. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Madison, the ball carrier. He was brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 45 on second down, Cousins. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one a first down pickup of 8. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. He was taken down by Quentin Dunbar.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 45 on second down, Cousins to Jefferson on the slant.
That's good.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 29-yard line.
And at the 29-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. A gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 1.
On 2nd and 1. Cousins. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
That's good.
And he's It's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
11-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Back to the ground, Cook.
5-yard line.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Gain on the play. It's 3rd down and
throwing, Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now Abdullah, the return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the 2nd half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
7 yards, the pickup there.
7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the 33-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And out will come the offense as they take over. Kirk Cousins and the Vikings offense back on the field. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the 1st quarter, good 2nd quarter, and now continuing that here in the 3rd.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. 9 yards the pick up there, and it's a 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10
from the gun. Here's Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pass, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, You could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
First down Seahawks.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And he finds Tyler Kroft. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Complete.
First down Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
16 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Complete.
A 9-yard pickup, just 1 yard away from 3 consecutive first down plays. They run it with Carson, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Third and 2, now Wilson. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Penny will try to punch it in. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown.
Touchdown.
Rashad Penny taking it in. And the Seahawks have made this a 1-score game. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that cuts the lead to 24-17.
Michael Dixon to kick
This
off.
game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. They'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Tackle coming from the safety, Trey Flowers.
A 3-yard pickup brings up.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Now Cousins. He'll dump this off to Cook. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
As As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Jefferson.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
At the 42-yard line.
Cousins able to find Jefferson here, complete. And it went past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. To the air again, it's Cousins. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Shakes off the... And a big loss here as he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Cousins now. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 27-yard line. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the 1st.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage.
They run it again with Cook. Down to the 25.
Cook again.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Then you flash back to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Going on the ground with Madison. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
It's interesting where we are in the game now. The analytics folks, they might tell you to kick the field goal and make it a 2-score game. But you have to wonder if emotionally they're thinking, Let's go for the touchdown and try and slam the door.
A field goal would make it a two-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. They're going for it. Here's Madison. And he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call. And the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
It's a gain of 8.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. From the gun, it's Wilson. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. That one a first down pickup of 8.
First down, Seattle.
Now Wilson on first down. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
You know, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end.
Wilson's pass.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
A gain of
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Now here's Michael Dixon as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. First down, here's Cousins. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And down inside the 15 he goes. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Here's Bailey now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook.
17.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Over 1st and 10 at their own.
So Wilson and the Seahawks down by 2 touchdowns. A minute 50 to play. Field goals useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And that might just submit it. A return for a late touchdown.
Touchdown, Vikings.
The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Bailey now for the extra point.
Point after.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
That's caught by Penny. Wilson's call it no gain there on the 1st down play. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. That's complete to his tight end, Sullivan.
Wilson's.
And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 29-yard line. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle.
Wilson's pass. Complete.
3 yards to gain there, 2nd down. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. He'll find the tight end Sullivan complete. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. A pass underneath for Carson. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 14 yards there on the pickup, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. It's going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? season behind us, all these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Minnesota, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.